movies can change the world, not in a political way. No movie has really changed any politician's idea, but we can change the, as you said, we can change the idea that people have of how they should live. And there's a big discrepancy on this planet between people who want to live their lives and governments who have other ideas. So I think films enter that discrepancy, hopefully.
Since 1970s, with films such as The Goalkeeper's Fear of the Penalty, Alice in the City.
We have to stay out of politics, because if we made movies that are dedicatedly political, we enter the field of politics, but we are the counterweight to politics. We are the opposite of politics. We have to do the work of people and not the work of politicians.
Films are not political in the meaning of the word I think you think of the meaning of the word. The films are, as Wim said, it's about empathy. It's about trying to understand. It's about having, making your own mind. And I think this is really like asking us this question is a little bit unfair, because, we are trying to not, we use the word change the world, but of course we are trying to talk to people, every single of the viewer, and to make them think. But we cannot be responsible for what their decision would be. Would be the decision to, to support Israel, or would be the decision to, support Palestine, or, we can talk about Senegal and all the other wars, you just pointed the biggest, but there are many other wars where genocide is committed, and we do not talk about that. So this is very complicated questions, and I think, as I said, it's a bit unfair asking us what do we think, how we support, not support, talking to our governments or not.
I don't feel any pressure. I'm just expressing myself as a human being, and I think that nobody would approve what is going on in the world right now. I think everybody is against crimes against humanity. I don't know how to feel any pressure about that. I think I need to talk about it and connect with people about it, and to share emotions about it, because it's a heavy it's a heavy time, and I don't think we have to be in denial of anything what is going on. Nobody can approve a genocide in no country, in no time.
Yeah, that's a very clear one. I find it, maybe I'm not that good of an artist or human, but I find it really hard to make a distinction between those two. I tend to feel and think when I write, and also when I look at the news. So there's no difference there for me.
To be with our honorary Golden.
Well, I don't think I am in the position to really talk about the political situation in the U.S. because, I think, and also I cannot presume to say I understand how it is. So best not to talk about something I don't know about. But I think I want to concentrate on what is important for us, which is cinema.
This character surprised you while filming?
Have you ever considered commenting about the rise of fascism in Great Britain that's currently happening?
Well, obviously I'm against it. But no, I mean, I choose my moments when to speak. But I think, yeah, it's obviously hugely relevant now times. But yeah, I think, yeah, you'll hear from me.
We're living something in the world that's very strange. I think there's 3,000 billionaires in the world or something like that, and the rest of the world is really in trouble. So yes, I think that's part of the story, but also it's supposed to be fun and absurd.
One of the things that this movie gets at, I think, again, on the face of it, is that this extreme disparity in wealth breeds bad behavior and, in fact, probably creates fascism. And so that is one of the things that this film gets at. I think it's present on the face of it. I don't think there's any way around it. In terms of working as an artist, we're all artists coming together to work on a thing together, and the politics taking place in one's country don't necessarily impact each of us as we gather together to tell a story.
I mean, this festival in particular is known for not shying away from political films, from films that have a real social angle, from films by directors who really are visionary and have something to say. And I think for me as a producer, as an actor, for Aidan as a director, for David as a producer, I think, you know, those are the kinds of films that we love. Those are the films that we want to champion ourselves.
Especially in some countries, you don't have the luxury of staying out of politics. You know, in Palestine, how can you stay out of politics? In Iran, how can you stay out of politics? In Turkey, in the last years, it's impossible to stay out of politics because it determines every single cell of you. Of course. It's not a sudden change, maybe, a very piecemeal change, but of course, I mean, and we have to believe this. We have to believe that we are forcing for change, otherwise the world will be really dark for us.